So let's talk about Battle of the Best, the music competition that was hosted by Music X back in 2024. In 2024, I entered this competition called the Battle of the Best, which a friend of mine sent it to me on Instagram. And I met that person very randomly. Like I was working at a mall and I saw them managing artists, and I just went there to tell them that, hey, I do music. Like, guys, don't underestimate the power of just telling people what you do. So the process was quite simple. All you had to do was send in your song through any type of YouTube link so that they can put it in the playlist where all the other entrants are going to be. So yeah, since I had already released my EP in Ntombi Mnyama, I just sent them Ntombi Mnyama, and I was like, I'm just gonna send it in and I'm just gonna forget. Why? Because I was doubting myself. And also, that's another thing that you shouldn't do. Don't doubt yourself, okay? Just do. Mind you, this competition received over 90 applications from both solo artists and bands. So that scared the hell out of me. Alas, God had my back. So one day I got a call, okay? And I was like, hi. They're like, hi. Is this Ndogos? I'm like, yeah, that's Ndogos. And they're like, we just want to tell you that you made it to the finals. You're one of the top 8 finalists. I'm like, what? When I tell you, after that call, I got on my knees and prayed and thanked the Lord. It's not an exaggeration. I prayed as though I had already won the competition. But you know what? Making it to the top 8 after having 90 other people fighting for the top 8, that's an answered prayer. So after the calls, they also sent us emails just in case you did not receive the call, you know. And they asked us to send them our photos so that they can put them on social media. Now, if you have been following me here on Instagram for a while, you know that I have this thing that when I enter competitions, I'm going to ask my fans to just flood the comments, whether it's required or not required. And you guys did the things. Can you please clap hands for yourself? After that, I even saw other contestants asking their fans to do the same. So look, trendsetters. Fast forward to the week off. The week off, they made a group. They made a group where all the contestants were there, and then they were kind of showing us the stage, and they were telling us exactly what's going to happen, the criteria that we're supposed to like meet. The day before the actual competition, we were required to go to the Galaga Convention Center, so that we can have sound check and we make sure that everything's okay, and then make sure that we understand the rules, the criteria. All of that. And that's when we got to meet each other, say hi. I only met like a few people on that day because the other people couldn't make it on that day because it was a weekday. Remember, the competition was on a Friday, and then we had to meet on a Thursday night, so it was a bit tricky, but I still met some other people and it was so cute. I think that's what I enjoy the most, meeting other artists. Now, before we did sound check the day before, the understanding was that there's only one prize, and one prize is for the winner takes all, and that the winner was going to get like 100K worth of music equipment and a record deal. Big deal. But the day before, they told us that the person who comes second is also now going to receive a prize. And I was like, what? That's crazy. Because, like, you know, I still had doubt. Like, even though I made it to the top 8, I was like, am I even gonna win? Yo. Somehow, when they said that, I got a little excited. Like, at least if I don't win, I can win that. Hey, and I'm forgetting that, hey, sissy, you're still going against bands. When with your smaller nyana memory stick. On the day of the competition, and I am feeling nervous, like my nerves are just shooting up the roof. But I told myself, Ntokozo, you've done a lot of competitions, and we've told ourselves that we're gonna try and calm down, and whatever happens is the will of God. And somehow that calmed me down. Like, I calmed myself down with that. I took a nice long shower. People from my family came to my room, come and help me get dressed, to come and support me, you know, because like I'm very lucky. I'm a very lucky girl. Like, I get plenty of support from you guys, from my family, from my friends. Like, I couldn't be more grateful. Yeah, so I got dressed and I was like, this is going to be the most fun day of my life. At least let me give myself that. Yeah, so I told myself I'm just going to go in and make that 20 minutes the best 20 minutes of my life. And I realized when I tell myself to calm down and make the most of something, it becomes really good. Like, it's hard to dumb down the nerves, but you've got to do it. I got on stage and I did my things. Hey guys, I did my things. I really did my things when I got on that stage, and I had so much fun. And then after that, I was like, I don't want to sit here and think too much about what other people are doing. So I went out because there were fundraising outside, music equipment, radio. I went to the radio. I talked to the people on the radio. I saw instruments, and The Soil, my favorite a cappella group, was performing there. So I was like, I'm going, instead of just sitting here and wondering if I won or not. So I went, guys, and I had so much fun. Like, it was the best day of my life. Guys, going to watch The Soil was the best decision I made. Like, I got to sing with them. What? Like, that was a dream come true. You don't know how many times I thought about singing with those people, and I did that day. And that's when I knew that dreams do actually come true. Don't doubt that. Anyway, of course I needed to go back and find out like who won. They started to call us in the group because they knew we were all everywhere. Like, Galaka has a lot of places, like it's big. So they started to call us back into the venue that we were using for the competition because everybody else was done. Yeah, and I was just there like, you know what, it's fine. I tried, I did my best, I performed as much as I could, and I got to perform with The Soil. Like, I've already won. Sorry. So we're standing backstage with these other contestants that I've already met and I've already started to chat with. And they're like, the people who won already know. And I'm like, of course they already know. They already know that they won. Like, we're just here to just stand and see and clap for them. And then they started to talk about the runner-up. We were all just listening. And then they called my name. They called my stage name. I stood there for like 2 seconds trying to understand. Am I going crazy? Am I imagining things? What's going on? They called me like I won runner-up. Like, what? Guys, I couldn't believe it. Like, I cried. And whenever I watch competitions and contestants start crying, I'm like, what are you crying for? Okay, that day I found out. Those tears to me, they simply just meant I've worked so hard. And I've been in so many competitions that I felt my hard work wasn't being seen. And to be seen like that in that kind of a moment, yeah, it was a lot for me to handle. Yeah, after that, I got in contact with them and I got my prize. My prize was equipment with, I don't know, do I have 15K or 50K? I don't know. But I got great equipment. I should do an unwrap with me video if I get time. I was so grateful. I was so happy. And like, yeah, I guess I'm just telling you this so that you just go ahead and just do the thing. Like, if you make it through, you make it through. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm doing this video to thank everybody that's been with me throughout. And I hope we are together 2025, dominating other competitions, yes. So yeah, that's basically it. Till next time.